Numbers inside Texas Longhorns' huge win over the Oklahoma Sooners. The Oklahoma Sooners might be down bad. They were destroyed by the Texas Longhorns in the 2022 edition of the Red River Showdown. The 49-point loss comes a week after the Sooners lost by 30 to the TCU Horned Frogs. Oklahoma is now 3-3 after starting 3-0 and has given up 40-plus points in each of its losses. In the history of this rivalry, it's usually the Sooners who have scored big in Dallas. They've scored 60 or more against Texas 3 times since 2000. But Saturday, it was all Longhorns. Texas QB Quinn Ewers, who had not played since being injured against Alabama in Week 2, returned with a big performance. He threw for 289 yards and 4 touchdowns. Athletes from OU's rivals were quick to pile on, too. Here's a look at the big numbers from this OU-Texas game. 49. The 49 points are the most the Longhorns have scored in the series. It's also Texas' largest margin of victory over Oklahoma. The previous high was 33 points done in 1941 and 2005. 30. After losing 55-24 last week and 49-0 this week, Oklahoma has now lost consecutive games by 30 points or more for the first time in program history. This was the 24th time Oklahoma lost by 30 or more. 311. The last time Oklahoma was shut out came November 7, 1998. Saturday's loss ends a streak of 311 consecutive games for Oklahoma without being held scoreless. Texas last shut out Oklahoma in 1965. 167. Oklahoma had scored an offensive touchdown in 167 straight games. That was the longest active streak in FBS. It's a far cry from the offensive powerhouse OU has been in previous years. The Sooners produced 2 Heisman Trophy winning QBs in the past 6 years. 1945. The loss Saturday is now the worst shutout loss in OU history. It supplants a 47-0 loss to Oklahoma State in 1945. Texas offense rolled up 595 total yards on the Wolf OU defense while Texas defense held the Sooners to just 195 yards. 267. Bijan Robinson, the Longhorns' star running back, has run all over Oklahoma in the past 2 seasons, amassing 267 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had 130 Saturday and had plenty of room to run. Of those 130 yards, 86 came before contact. 9. Ewers faced little heat from the Sooners. He was pressured on just 9 of his 33 dropbacks. He completed 7 of 8 passes against pressure for 67 yards and a TD. With tons of time to throw, Ewers was able to throw downfield. Ewers went 9 of 14 on passes thrown 10 or more yards downfield for 168 yards and 3 scores. That's tied for the 6th most such completions in a game by a Texas QB in the past 10 seasons. 2014, Texas defense was outstanding. It was the first time OU was held under 250 total yards since 2014. The Sooners completed just 9 passes for 39 yards. They had 32 at halftime, their fewest since 2014. That was also the season before Lincoln Riley was hired to run OU's offense. The Longhorns got 3 sacks and intercepted 2 passes Saturday. 3-3, this is Oklahoma's worst record through 6 games since 2009. The 3 straight losses is the longest losing streak for the Sooners since 1998. The Sooners would eventually lose 5 straight in that season, which was also the last time OU finished under .500.